When last we met on Failed to Crit, you guys had just remembered that you need the pieces for this door trap puzzle that are in the game room on the first floor of the mansion. You are currently in the basement near what you hope is some sort of wine cellar that might take you into the stables. Sound about right? What else? Stop.
Is there more?
Well, I mean, doesn't have to be. You're down here, and you got to figure out what you're gonna do.
There's 2 liquors.
It's 2 liquors. You know one is behind this iron gate over here that you trapped. And there's a couple other ones, maybe in the house somewhere. Maybe they've left. I don't know. The windows are open, right? They could have just left. Might be a few zombies left in the house.
Sorry, we got a knife for that. I got a dagger for that.
So, let's pick up. Since you are now in a rush, we'll put on some rushy music.
How do you know we're in a rush?
Well,
because our red shirt's gonna bleed out if we don't.
That's exactly
figure
right.
out how to get him out
don't care.
All right. Yeah. So how do you want to handle this mess?
Go home.
Where is it?
How do you get there?
Yeah. By all accounts, the quickest way for you to get home is for you to get to the wine cellar, get into the stables, get a cart, and then pick a direction. Infiltrate the dealers and find the suppliers.
So it's our short rest. You were able to get your wild shape back.
Mm-hmm. So my idea is I can wild shape into something very small, like a spider, that hopefully can go under doors and go maybe unnoticed up the stairs, through the house, into the room where we know the chess pieces are, pop out, grab the chess pieces, wild shape again, and have them convert onto my body, and come back.
What's the movement speed of a spider?
Can't be a lot.
It's a beast. Do we have a...
It is a beast. Xanathar's guys got CR mobs for you to go.
Oh.
Is there any rules specifically to wild shape about how big your wild shape has to be? Unfortunately, we have all these.
Is it small or medium?
You've got like...
I think it's tiny.
Do your item shape with you, or you gotta carry that?
You can...
Yeah, he can port them, like they'll shape with him.
The spider is a tiny beast listed on page 44 of the DM basic rules, or page 337 of the monster manual. 0.
Yeah, I mean, I see crab in here too on the coast.
That would just look out of place.
Sure, but I mean, like I could see, you know, if it says a crab, I could see you getting into
I
like a
can do a
tarantula.
rat. I'm trying to be small enough to go into the doors without raising suspicion of the liquor, or raising too much vibration.
Give me the monster manual. Should have another one floating around here somewhere.
I didn't take it.
Did I give you a monster manual?
I have my own. You gave me actually 2 because you gave me one that was trash.
So she has your extra one.
Yeah. What page on the monster manual?
337, according
Right.
to this random blogger.
Trust the random blogger.
Well, it's past the unicorns. 337?
Yes.
Doesn't feel like we're in a hurry.
Right? We'll have to edit some of this out. Alright. Spider, tiny line beast, yeah? Yeah, I mean, I would assume that it would be about the size of like a large tarantula. I mean, like fairies are also tiny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm good with it. If you want to give it a shot.
It involves splitting the party, so we all have to sort of be okay with that. And
It sure does.
you have your next character prepared.
I sure do.
And he was never seen from
again. And then there were two.
I think we need to barricade ourselves somewhere.
I agree. There's lots
Like
of
in a
crypts.
coffin?
Yeah. Exactly.
So anyway, that's my
Well.
only idea. We don't have to do that if
Oh no,
We all
I
wanna
think we're okay
travel
with
out.
it.
Yeah.
We just want to find a safe space for us.
The well or a crypt. There's already a dead body in the well.
It's true.
So you've already kind of barricaded one of the rooms you were in. I don't think we're on this map. I think you guys were actually on.
So you don't want us to
I think you were in this
hang
room,
out
right?
in a coffin then. Fine. It was more thematic, but whatever.
You can do whatever you want. But you were in this room and you had like taken the beds and like pushed them up against the thing. So you feel pretty safe in here since you've already completed a short rest in this time. Unless you want to go somewhere else.
I don't think we would leave the general vicinity.
Okay.
I mean, how do you feel about it? What are you gonna do it here, or are you gonna wait till you get out?
I mean, I can do it here to make sure that.
I didn't know as far as like covering.
Oh yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't want to raise suspicion down the hallway. I would ask, just in case we don't know what's up there, if everybody has a key. Can I borrow the key just in case I need it? There's no coming back.
It's true. You better make sure he's got all the keys because you don't remember which doors you locked
This
too.
is the only key I have.
Thank you. Thank you. I will return these.
Should be like a card deck. You have all of the suits.
Yep, I have all the suits.
Do you need a first aid kit?
I have healing word on myself.
Do you need a first aid kit?
Nah, keep it for your next character.
Well,
Wow.
it cures a poison condition. That's why I'm asking. How are those zombie bites?
Yeah, let's make some constitution checks. Both of you guys, I think we were dealing with an infection.
I thought we fixed it, did we not?
That was a different one you fixed.
I don't know. I didn't go back and watch.
I'm resistant to poison. Does that do anything? Advantage on saves versus poison?
It does,
No?
yeah. So you can use advantage.
All right.
21.
Yeah, you don't feel
18.
anything yet. Both of you guys feel fine for right now.
So it's gonna be it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the keys. I know where I'm going. I know the plan. I remember where the keys were on the first floor in that side room. Anything else?
You said you're gonna shift right here. Do you want us to walk you over there so that you're?
You don't have to. Yeah, it won't take you as long to walk.
I mean, I could just shift in the hallway.
Do you want us to scoop you up and throw you out the?
Maybe.
Well, the spider's a good call because the spider also has dark vision. So you're not going to be completely blind down here.
Question.
Yeah?
Long Strider.
Okay.
Can I cast it and then wild shape, and does it apply to my wild shaped?
Do you need to concentrate on it?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with it. I think that's a cute idea.
It's only an extra 10 feet, but I don't know if it'll matter or not.
Well, the spider's only 20 feet, so yeah, to get you to 30, and
Okay.
that can
That's
help you.
almost normal.
Yeah.
It's more than I can walk normally. That's the reason why I
Sure.
took Long Strider to begin
Right.
with.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Long Strider, less than an hour.
Right.
And then I'm going to wild shape into a spider.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go to the stairs, up the stairs, under the door,
Yep.
down to the first floor. That's my intention.
Okay. So all of this works perfectly to plan, right? You start going up the spiral staircase, you hear the sounds of the liquor, and as you're like navigating the spiral staircase, you're not making any sound, you're feeling pretty good. You actually even see where the liquor's kind of posted up, and you reach that bricked off solid door that is the one that you guys closed behind you.
And no way through it?
No, because it's like perfectly sealed from where the stone staircase is.
What do spiders do when they want to get in your house? They don't give up after. I'm just saying, old houses have lots of drafty
I
spaces.
think I'm stuck.
Go out to go in.
In fact, not only that, but you see scratch marks from where this liquor has been trying to get through that door too. And as it's like crawling around trying to find a way out of this thing, it's currently now very spider-like, kind of backed up into the corner, almost in a hibernation, almost in like a predatory mode. But it's tried to like navigate this way, and it's also stuck in here.
Okay.
Do you have the slide of where that is?
Yeah.
So I can, not that I can help him, but I'm just trying to remember where he is.
So he is currently inside here. Inside here, where this secret door comes this way, right? You guys remember, you guys popped the hatch and got this door to open. Once he navigates here, these doors should have no problem. They're just like house doors. You know, even a tarantula, best ability, you'll be able to square it, get through a door like that. But imagine this to be like my garage door. It's pretty sealed up well, especially since it's supposed to blend in with its like brick facade.
I think I'm just gonna have to go for it. Am I gonna have to pop out and run down and hope that I can get down there? I mean, I got no other options. I can't get through the door. I can't cast a spell because I'm wild.
I mean, you can
Shipping.
always come back.
That is an option.
But what would your character do? Character made a promise that you were going to come back with these pieces.
Fair point.
Is your character bold AF or is he cautious?
Yeah, okay, so
Give me some flaws.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to know.
Give me some personality traits. I'm sure you picked him out.
He's come so far.
I'm super proud.
I'd rather eat my weapon than admit when I'm wrong.
Oh!
Whoa! So, Mr. I got this. Don't worry about it, guys. I'll be right back. Gets up to this wall.
Oh, he's not coming back.
I'm not coming back.
He's not coming
He will
back.
die before he comes back.
Put that back up there for me.
Okay, let me...
I mean, you're still going to have the extra 10 from long stride, so you have 35. You can dash. And I'll give you the same advantage that I'll give her. You can dash and make stealth checks at disadvantage. You can go normal and make stealth checks regularly, or you can go half speed and make stealth checks at advantage.
Um...
But no matter what you do, if you deform and this thing's like right above you, that one you're kind of toast on. But if you somehow find a way to hide from that, then we're on. You guys gave him all the healing kits too, which was smart.
I tried.
I hope the camera picked up that dead body.
It's not good, man. What else?
You just have to zoom in on our faces, really. I mean, it was an offer.
Do I remember how, like, if I pop out, do I think I could open this door in a surprise round and not
Yes.
have it?
Yes, in fact, you think you could probably pop out in a motion opening the door,
Okay.
right? Like you're just like, surprise! and go.
I have to think about this for a second because I can either pop out, open the door, burn my last wild shape, go undetected to the place where we got our last short rest, inside the hidden room inside the library, try to get another short rest so that I could wild shape twice again.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you absolutely could. These guys think you're going to be back in a couple of minutes. So you take, I mean, we can think about it, but like you start taking an hour and a half. How long till you guys start looking for him?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the alternative?
A mad dash run with dex saves and
Fuck it, let's do
pivots
it.
and
How is your dexterity?
I mean, it's a +1.
Oh, we're about to find out.
All right. My intention is to pop out, open the door, and try to. Do I think? Okay, hang on. Nice spider.
Mm-hmm.
Pop out into a dwarf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tiny spider.
Yep.
Pop out into a dwarf, open the door. Do I think that I could whip around the door and then roll a stealth check without being detected by the liquor?
No. But you do think that you might be able to get the door closed before the liquor can react to you. It's sense. I mean, it's gonna know you're there, but it's gonna like try and react to you being there because it's surprised. You think you probably could get that door slammed behind you, but it's going to be you slamming that door.
Okay, then I will try that.
Okay, so you pop out of shape, and literally, as you're popping out of shape, are literally extending your hands, pushing this wall open that you guys had slammed shut. Behind you, the liquor makes this gnarly screech and hiss as it realizes that the bait or whatever it's been waiting for is there. Its opportunity to get out the door is there. You pirouette around, make a acrobatics check.
Okay, that was a nat 1, so I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
And a different dice. 7.
You slide through here and slam this door, but the liquor has gotten its hands into the door to try and get out after you. It's pushing against the door. You can either try and slam this door into its hands and get it to maybe retract out, or you can abandon it and try and go out to the next room.
I'm going to try to slam it into the...
Okay, give me another athletics check here.
Athletics, 11.
It's 16, forcing back, pushes you back open as it screeches and howls, and from outside this broken window, you hear another screech howl as you kind of come tumbling back into some furniture here. You can bolt for the door if you want to, or fight this thing. It's push the door open.
Or hide.
This is obviously a lose-lose situation.
You're chasing the 8-ball now, for sure.
Do I think that I can... Sorry, let me rephrase. Is the liquor in the stairs going to chase me?
You think, but you know it can't see you. It might be able to smell you when it's that close. It definitely can hear you. So depending on how flat-footed you run, it's probably going to chase you, try and pounce on you. You've seen them lunge and jump great distances and are quite nasty when giving chase. You literally just slammed up against what you think is like a love seat covered under this drape, and you're looking at this door opening and that door over there, which was left ajar from when you guys came through, and you're like, I can bolt back that way, or I can go back into this room and try and hide. That's kind of the situation.
Here's what I wanted.
Okay.
I want to try to draw out the liquor from the stairs,
Okay.
and then run back into the stairs and close the door.
I like that.
I'm sure it's going to get an opportunity attack, but I feel like the plan is to shit right now because of this one door, but
Right.
maybe I can trap this liquor outside of the staircase,
Okay.
and then we have more options or decisions to make as a group.
I'm not there, I can't say anything.
You could, in theory, yes, jump back into the stairwell as it jumps out at you. Yes.
Or do I think that I need to make noise or chuck something into the edge of the room to try to...
That'll be tough, right? Because it's like right now you're caught mid-motion as you're getting your bearings as you slammed up against some random furniture. Here's the real question, though. Doubling back down on your character, do you think a mad dash is more me not, admitting I was wrong, or going back into the stairwell and then going back down and guys going, well, that didn't work out?
Let me look at my other ideas. I may have looked at the wrong one there.
It's so hard not to say anything.
Yeah, I mean it's always easy to look at it from a fresh set of eyes when you're not worried about this dice roll. But what are your ideals?
I mean, technically, I think I looked at a previous character. Because my flaw for this character is I'm easily distracted by drama of information. But I like the original one, so I'll just go with that flaw because I think it's mathematic. Fuck it, let's just go for it.
I'll give you inspiration. You're probably gonna need it.
Cool.
You bust through this open door. Give me a dex save.
Dex save? 10.
You slide through this door. The door opens behind you as you like kind of slide through it this way. The liquor jumps out and claws you for 5 as it tumbles into this furniture, and you hear it clang into this room. You hear another one screeching from outside the building. This door is open. It like came through with you. You slid up against this wall. What do you want to do?
Close it?
Yes. Give me another acrobat, or give me an athletics check.
20.
Yeah, so you run up, shoulder check this door into its like frame as you hear the liquor slam up against it. You're currently holding it. You hear like the door handle jiggle ominously, but you're like holding it down there, and you remember that you don't think these things can open doors as long as you're kind of here. It's got a lock symbol on it, but you know that the switch lock is on the other side.
What do you mean the switch lock?
So like the bolt is on the other side, but there's a keyhole here.
Can I grab one of the keys and lock it?
Okay, so you lock this door. It is slamming and making all kinds of noise, and it starts to chirp and scream as you hear what you think is a second one in that room with it. What do you want to do?
I want to get the hell out and keep on keeping on.
Go back down towards the stairs?
Yep.
How fast do you want to go?
I'm gonna dash if I can.
Okay, so give me a dex or a stealth check at disadvantage.
That would be in that one.
Okay, so you like leave this door just out of pure like, please door, just do you one job, be closed, and you start to run, kind of slipping over your feet and just start stomping down through this attic. The floor itself is just creaky. Your boots are hitting it hard. You hear that like screech come out of this room. And you make it to this door, which I don't think you locked, and you start going downstairs. You make it to here, where this secret door has been opened. From here, as you're stomping around to the doors, you come in here. How do you want to proceed? Say that was your movement.
I'm gonna dash straight through to the chest.
Okay.
My intention is to
Give me another at that disadvantage.
7.
7. So you come through here and you're just running as full as you can. You start, jog stepping down these stairs, thump, 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 thump. You see the window as you're coming around this stair bend wide open as one of these liquors wraps around and screeches at you as you are like stomping down the stairs here in full flight. Straight down the stairwell?
Is this the second floor that I'm on?
So you just got off, you're on the 3rd floor, you're descending down into the 2nd right now.
I am going to jump off the side.
Jumps the banister. I love it. Make a dex save.
Can I balance the dice on that?
You can roll it again, it's fine.
It's 16, wasn't it?
4.
We should go back and take
This liquor hits you in the back for 9, and as you're jumping over the railing, the liquor misses you though, as it was trying to like kind of grab you. You see it fall down the stairwell with you and slam onto the ground in front of you. As you land, give me an acrobatics check to see how well you land.
Nat 20.
You land hero status on the ground, back bloody. This liquor does not land as well as you, flat on its back like a bad swimmer doing a belly flop, right? And its arms are splayed. It starts to wiggle around, trying to like get its bearings. It looks like it's about to flip. Give me a perception check.
20.
It landed on the dead body that was originally hanging down the banister, and it starts to regain its kind of form and starts crawling towards you on the ground here. You look up, there doesn't seem to be anything else in the room. You think that you could probably leap the zombie and the liquor and make it to the door with a successful dex check.
So it's on the body.
Yeah, so it landed kind of sideways on the body, but it's on its back, like trying to get its bearings. The zombie has since come to life prone. It is crawling towards you.
I was trying to figure out if I could somehow pick up part of the zombie and chuck it to cause noise and draw the liquor away, but I don't think that's going to work.
Not with it on it, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna sprint toward the door.
You jump the zombie and the liquor. Give me another dexterity check.
14.
Yeah, so in just this bullish dwarf dive over, tumble, roll past the liquor gains its bearings. You slide over the door. The door's locked.
I unlock it.
Okay, make another dex save.
11.
So you unlock it as you hear this liquor making its screech sound, and you kind of just instinctively kind of duck out of the way as this big claw just comes gashing through the door, through the wall, through the drywall above you, and the back of its talon hits you for another 5 as you unlock the door and kind of spin around and close the door. You are now inside as that liquor is slamming up against there.
I am going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Was that 9? 10. No, perception? 14.
You hear the liquor you were worried about originally heavily breathing, probably in the fireplace. You see the zombie body that was sitting in there slumped over is now tilted its head and is looking at you at the door.
Okay, I am going to sprint toward the chest set.
Yep.
And as soon...
How much did you heal with the healing word?
I didn't yet because I cast perception. So we
No. So the perception's free. Just
okay.
Heal yourself.
Is it just a D4? I think so.
Healing word's a D4 plus your spell modifier, I think.
There's a fancy bottle up there that
Yeah.
works sufficiently for that.
Well, they're healing pots, but
all right.
Because I don't think I have one that's just one
So
D4.
I heal for 6, which is going to be helpful because I'm up to 10 now. So I'll go down. If I take
One
9
more
to the
liquor
back.
hit.
Hey, that's all I needed.
Right.
Let me mark off the slot, and then my intention is to make a diving grab of the chest set,
Right.
and then wild shape back into the spot.
Okay, yeah, give me another dex check.
8. Can I use my inspiration?
You can.
Try
It's a
that
different
again.
die,
So that's 7.
man. It is a 7.
Okay, Dex is an 8.
So you jump the wolf, slide over to the cabinet, boots like covered in your own blood, slipping, you kind of slide to the ground, you open the cabinet up, you just grab the chest set. Got room for it?
Make room.
Where?
I can never find anything here.
Right.
I have it slot on.
Yep, you throw it into your bag as like the zombie pushes over the chair to kind of lunge at you as it's falling. Give it disadvantage here. Yeah, like a 5. Okay. So it like topples the chair behind you. The liquor comes out like all spider climbing into the room, lets out a screech, and you're just like, boom, into a spider. And this liquor jumps over the top of you and slams into the cabinet holding the game thing, and it just obliterates into wood and shrapnel and other game pieces, and you use that as kind of a cover to run back underneath the couch that was just tipped over. From there, the liquor seems to have like a bit of a tussle with the zombie. There's something about the zombie where it knows that it's not what it wants anymore, and after a couple of minutes, the liquor goes back up through the fireplace.
I want to go use the fireplace to get up instead of going through the original way that I came.
Smart.
Yep. So you go up into the fireplace, and the second floor, you see the liquor is in there. Now, there's enough space for you to pass by the liquor, but it's going to be kind of tight.
Okay, you want me to roll stealth check?
Yeah, if you want to go by it.
I'll go by it. What the hell?
Yep.
13.
So you crawl by this thing, and let's just, for reference here, get a nice, good look at you're crawling past.
Favorite picture.
I don't like it.
You're crawling past this thing, and it's sitting there, and it's breathing, and it's huffing, and you hear it smelling. and you're like, oh God, and you just crawl and crawl, and the soot of this fireplace is just kind of, each grab is a little dusty and a little slippery as you kind of climb up this thing, and at one point you're probably like 2 inches from its exposed brain, and you're just like, there's no way, and this tongue is out and it's whipping around and it's using its tongue to kind of like scratch its back and kind of feel the space that it's in as it almost sits in here like looking to jump out at whatever it can through these fireplaces. But slowly but surely you climb through it and navigate your way all the way up to the bedroom here and come out into this room as a spider.
Okay, now we're talking. Because I was in such a hurry, I'm sure I didn't close any of the doors.
None of these.
Except
the only ones
for-
that are closed are this one. Well, hold on.
This is the second floor, right?
Yeah, we got one more to go. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So you're actually, yeah. So you're still on this floor, but when you go through here, it'll take you up to the next one.
So I'm gonna go through there up to the.
As a spider, you crawl through. All right. And so as you get out here, this door is closed, which you might be able to squeeze through. That door is closed. No, that door is open because you couldn't close it.
Right. So that's what I'm going to try to do, is squeeze through under the locked door and then go inside the open spiral staircase.
Okay. As you crawl through here, as you get to here, you see that there's a figure at the door. And as you kind of like poke your little spider head in, this liquor is sitting right here. Can I get a stealth check?
Of course he is. Sure. 9.
You begin to walk through, and this liquor starts smelling, and its limited smell is still enough as it gets its face close enough to you, and you think the jig is up.
Okay.
And its tongue whips out and attacks you for a flat 9. What's your spider's life?
Probably less than that. So
Find out.
page 3.
I put my book away.
That's your job, man.
I don't have access to that. I don't carry a spare monster manual with me.
He has a whole stack of cards over there.
You have 2. Why didn't you bring one?
Ooh. Hand me the book again,
I
guess.
don't. I'm just saying, if you grab all the little beasties, just keep it nearby.
Yeah.
But you could go through them and pull up the ones that you could wild shape into, so you have them for future reference.
There's time. If this character lives, he'll have.
That's true. I like to think optimistically. Well, we're doing great. Thanks for asking.
You have an armor class of 12.
Okay.
You have 1 hit point.
1 hit point.
So
you said 5. I would have popped out then.
I don't think it
Or
hasn't
no,
hit you.
it was before I
Right.
wild shaped, so I'm still at 5.
So it pops your 1, and like the liquor not expecting you to be anything other than something warm it could take a bite out of. You now like crush into its space. Give me an acrobatics check.
9.
Better die.
You like fall into the liquor falls into you, it topples over into the space it was, very much prone on its back like the one was on the floor, and you realize that they really struggle getting off of their back with these huge claws. As you kind of scramble to your feet, slide through the door, pull this big brick banister back, a little slower than you expected, but again you hear the liquor slam up against it, its claws tearing through the brick, and you're like on the inside, and you take your beat.
Okay. That was exciting.
That was amazing.
How long did that take?
Better part of probably 15 minutes, maybe 20. I mean, he was hot, like
Okay.
slamming through there.
I understand.
You guys, however,
Felt like an eternity.
no. Well, I mean, I don't know what it felt like. We can find out. But you're in here, and that other liquor that was in the room with the other
This is why we
heads.
just seal ourselves into a coffin.
Yep. Well, you guys have walled off into this room. It comes into the room, I don't even know. More or less just crawling across the ceiling, maybe looking for food, maybe just kind of stretching its weird legus things, it makes it into the room and you start hearing it huff. It's not like chirping like the other one was, but you hear it breathing and crawling across the room. What do you guys want to do?
So I'm still covered in liquor blood, correct?
Yeah, sure.
Because that was the thing that we talked about, and I slid through
Less than-
the pile of blood.
Oh, yeah.
To get...
It's only been an hour of like short rest and then another 15-20 minutes, we think. So it's probably a little dry, but
Do we get its tongue, or do we just...
I have its tongue.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely. We should be able to do something with that, right?
Yeah. Well, we can't poison it with its tongue.
But it would be amazing if we could,
Just slap it with it.
right?
you think that unless for whatever reason on these stealth checks that you're about to make, you botch it, you might be able just to hide out in this room.
Fine. We'll hide.
Or
but
you
I'm
can
also
go out
gonna
and get it.
rub some of the blood on on Lodi too.
You just go and give Lodi an extra wiggly hug.
Well, Lodi only comes up to here,
Yeah,
so
no
it's
choice.
really
Just gonna take
easy.
it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's all in your, scales and.
All right.
So
Everybody give me a stealth check.
we're gonna try and be quiet. 23.
15.
Okay, so you guys are extra quiet, and it's just kind of hanging out in the room with you. It investigates its dead friend, or maybe even a spouse.
Rip.
Who knows? And it seems to be in here, whether it's mourning or just kind of looking for some sense of familiarity. It's hanging above it on the table in this room. You come down from the stairs.
Oh, no.
How excited about coming down from the stairs from your adrenaline rush escapades are you? Give me a history check.
16.
You haven't forgotten that there's another liquor in this area. You think you remember where it was, but with that, you think that you probably aren't going to make too much noise in here. You're not going to run back to them and be like, guys, look what I found. With that, give me a stealth check.
12.
You're not as stealthy as you would like to believe, but I will say that your head's up enough to, as you're coming back in this room, you're, again, not rushing, not stomping, you're not yelling out to everybody, and you see the liquor hanging over the table as you come into the room. It doesn't notice you, but you've because you're looking into the hallway and you see it above the table, above the other one you've killed.
What would I do? Would I try to trap this liquor like we trapped the last one? I am really close to going down. I'm gonna go back as quiet as I can and
Okay.
tie the rope that Lodi got for me back
Okay.
up onto the gate.
Okay.
Open the gate, and I'm gonna pull out this gold idol I have.
Okay.
That's worth 750 gold.
If you can find the right buyer.
If you can find the right buyer. Move back to where we were before.
Gold idol? Or the gold music box?
I don't have the
No.
music. Oh, I have the music box.
Oh, you do?
Really?
Look at
He
that.
must have given me the
I
music
must
box.
have.
Because I'm interested to see where you go with the idol, but the idol doesn't by itself make noise.
No, but I was gonna chuck it as hard as I could.
Oh,
That would
okay.
make a ton of noise.
That would make a ton of noise, yeah.
Screw it, I'll do that. I'm a dwarf. I'm not,
No.
you know.
Into materialistic
Exactly.
things.
Sure.
So my intention is to, just like we did before, I'm gonna
As soon as it
chuck
comes through,
up
yank the
with it.
rope and have it go. Okay, sure. Give me a performance check.
This is my area of expertise.
Performance 9.
And it shows.
You don't hit it as hard as you want to, right? And it kind of clangs into the stairwell. But the liquor hears something, and you guys see it kind of, and then go scampering off into there. It rolls around, and you sure enough trap it behind the gate.
Okay. I'm gonna run up, untie my rope so I can get my rope back.
Okay.
Make sure the gate's
Right.
locked.
You start fiddling with the rope. Give me a sleight of hand.
18.
Okay. you just like a surgeon, grab this rope, untie it, no noise, back away. Unlike the previous time where it slammed up against the gate, it just doesn't even notice you as it's kind of like realizing it's trapped in this stairwell, and you kind of double back around to your party.
What's up, guys?
He is covered in his own blood, just profusely. You're not entirely sure it's his.
Blood.
Maybe he tried what you did and it's liquor, but you are just everywhere. Your boots are sloppy in it, like you've lost a lot of blood. Right? What's your HP?
5.
Out of
23.
Yeah, he's looking worse for wear. His Zach magic tunic has got some big gashes in it.
You want some herb, bud?
I mean, I
Want
guess.
some bud?
I'm gonna look up and just say, escape. Hold on.
8d4 and
That's all.
2 level 2s or less spells.
You can also do first aid kit if you want.
I think we might need to save that because that's like serious
I mean, would we
business.
consider this stabilizing technically? I know he's not at 0.
I mean, you can still just use the HP. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's 10 HP.
Oh, that'll work. And then I can always do a healing word on myself and I'll be good.
How many spells do you got left?
Do you need to save that? We don't know where we're going next.
That would be my last spell.
Okay. I mean,
We get a short rest
Or
since
keep-
we know it's trapped.
Yeah, we could take a short rest too, if you want to use.
I don't have any more
hit
hit die left.
Oh, alright.
man, we are playing some good D&D.
Do you think so?
You used up your hit die. We're low on spells. Man.
So do you want first aid then? I can't cast Cure Wounds because I'm out of spell slots.
Healing word is like that and Long Strider are like my only 2 spells. So I'll just use a healing word and then see how far that gets.
Not that far.
Awesome.
Should have taken the first aid.
Heal myself
You can
for
still
4.
take the first aid kit.
You still can. Because you can add that on top of your... We have 2 left.
Okay, I'll use a.
So give yourself an extra 10 then.
Okay. I'm up to 19. I'm good.
Okay. Did you get your rope back?
I got my rope back.
Did you get your rope back?
That's not my hempen rope,
Oh, you should have given it to him. You don't know how to play this game.
but I got it back
Yeah.
though because I
know.
rolled my stuff.
So you're fairly certain that this area is empty except for the door that you guys need to go through. Do you want to give this place a solid once
Yes.
over again?
Yes, I want to touch all the things.
Okay. Everybody roll a investigation check.
6.
You don't find anything.
To find some attacks.
19.
10.
Woo! So you guys go through, you check every crypt that you didn't do before.
I'm real sloppy.
With your 10, you find another herb growing in the corner. And with your 19, you find a red herb growing in the corner.
Alright.
Which I really wanted to give to you guys. And I'm glad that you guys barely made your rolls enough to where I could justify
You're a
it.
druid, you take
You're
that.
good with these.
Yeah.
You can mix these, yeah?
I don't have any space anyway.
Yeah, if you want to combine them, you can combine them.
This liquor tongue's taken up all my...
Yes, because I wrote down
Xbox.
the combination back there.
Yeah.
This is heal 4d4 and restore 2 level. Wow. You sure you don't want to hang on to this?
I don't have room for that.
Alright.
Is that bedroom still empty with the...
Yeah, everything's empty. But, like...
So
You guys-
Does that mean she's probably still in the stables?
Probably still in the stables. I mean, you guys have only been in here for what? Almost coming up on 2 hours? Let's say 2 hours officially.
It depends on when we started keeping track, because the first thing I have is at 4 p.m. and now we're heading into 9 p.m.
Yeah. Well, so the 4 p.m. is when you guys started your run. Now you're getting into 9 p.m. So you've been in the house in total about 2 hours since you saw her in the stables. So you guys make it back to this room and you put the keys in to the puzzle, and this door kind of jimmies and begins to rise up, and the first thing you notice is that the room beyond is lit. Aside from being slightly damp, there are candles in that room. As it opens up into what you see through this doorway, looks like a gorgeous wine cellar with just bottles of wine wrapping around this giant room.
Do the chess pieces stay? Can I Like, do I need to remove them? Do I need to give them to you? Do I think if I remove them, the door is going to relock itself?
Yes. So your chess piece set that you have
Uh-huh.
is now just a bunch of pawns. But they're, you know, it's a board and some pawns.
Okay.
I mean, you can keep it or you can toss it.
Got it. I might have a use for checking it down the hallway.
Yeah, it's a great use for things.
Okay.
So it looks closed off. Just why?
Well, so you can't see you're in it, but like as you look straight ahead, it looks like it opens up into this beautiful wine cellar. That somehow it might be leaking from the rain outside because it's been raining pretty heavy. It's damp and you're gonna walk into what looks like a couple inches of water. But the walls themselves are lined with wine bottles.
Can I take a few of the wine bottles and...
Well, you're gonna go in the room?
Yeah, I'll go in the room.
Okay.
I want to check and make sure that's water first.
Is this sanitary?
How deep did you say it was? I'm not that
Well,
far.
so this
Very
kind of
contour.
descends. Well, so you're looking down this hallway,
Okay.
and it descends. Yeah, so it descends into this room as you guys are like coming in this way, and all of these walls are lined with wine bottles as you come in. And yeah, it's like a few inches deep of water, and you can see as you look up that just the ground is sopping through here from the rain, and it's just kind of filling this area up. The back half of this wine like shelf is collapsed inwards back towards itself, and basically along the wine bottles are torches that are lit. And as you come into here, the mechanism that holds the door, all the chess pieces, it sounds like they get stuck and the door collapses behind you. Because storytelling. And, oh no, we just want the map. You look up to see this lady standing right there. And she, for all intents and purposes, we're gonna use this. And this. Looks out and makes eyes with you guys as the party. And she says, "So, the devil has sent you Spawn. Well, you should know that we'll be sieging his castle shortly." And she begins to laugh in like this awkward cackle. And she says, "But you will never make it, for you will be food for my loved one." And she walks up and starts climbing the ladder up. And you're almost 100% certain that this was the girl who you saw through the cracks of the door. And as she ascends this ladder, you start to see movement in this pit as this pile of bones start to form itself into what looks like that. Everybody roll for initiative.
20.
Woo! You Xander?
Yes.
Xander at 20. Elsa?
12.
Elsa at 12. Lodi?
6.
Lodi at 6. And the shambling mound is going to go at 7.
Oh, great.
So this big mound of bones comes rolling out like almost like a snowball down a hill, and then forms itself into legs and like tendrils that are made up of like rib bones and spinal cords and like vestiges and sinew, and they kind of like whip out towards you in a direction. Meanwhile, the water itself, bodies begin floating in the water.
So it can see us?
Yes, this whole room's lit up by torchlight.
Oh, no.
Xander, you are up.
Is it within 60 feet of me?
5, 10, 15, 20, yeah. About 25 away.
I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire on its location.
So it's still in the water. Does that matter?
Nope. I don't think so. 5 foot cube. I can check Xanathar's page 152.
Here, I have the others.
152.
Yep, I'm looking.
You create a bonfire on a ground that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, the magic bonfire fills 5 foot cube. And the creature in the bonfire space, when you cast the spell, must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 fire damage.
Alright.
It just says,
So you warm this water up and it begins to boil at its feet. Dex save, you said?
yes.
DC what?
13.
13, no. So the water begins to boil and you see it just starting to burn and like cook the meat around the bones of this thing.
5 damage.
For 5 damage. Alright. Elsa, you are up.
Oh, darn. So limited.
Give me a survival check. You see a stairwell up onto like a second level of the wine shelf, and you think that you probably could make a break for it to the ladder and chase after that girl if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay. Move around the room, make a dash. So trudging through the shin-high water is going to cost you 10 per square, but as you get up to the stairs, you'll be back in normal movement.
Okay, so this
10,
10,
20, 5, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Yeah, so Elsa banks up the stairs and starts running across the top of these like wine shelves, making her way towards the exit. Seeing that, the shambling mound arches its back forward, and all of these like spine, like sharpened rib cage bones begin to rattle in its chest, and it shoots them out at you via its like a projectile, almost vomiting at you at your direction. Make a dex save.
Say 15.
Yeah, so like these bones kind of chase after you as you're running across the room, and just boom, 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 behind you, and one of them clips you right in your hip for 4 damage. But you dodge all the rest. Lodi.
How tall did you say the water was again?
So for her, it was up to her shin. So for you, it's probably waist high. It's like about 1.5 feet in here.
Are the torches removable?
Yeah.
I want to swim over to that far corner and grab a torch.
So there's ones here too if you want to go. This will be closer, but you can go that way if you want. Swim over here.
Yeah, I don't want to be close.
Okay.
Then.
So you swim. What's your swim speed?
How do you calculate that?
It might be the same as your run speed, and if you're proficient in swimming, it might be the same.
30 feet.
Okay, we'll give it to you. So you're a kobold, so you got a tail, and you're like using it like an iguana through the water, and you go swimming, and as you swim by this body rolls onto its chest and kind of seizes up, but you swim right by it, and you think that it's noticed you. You get over here, you kind of climb a couple of wine bottles, pull yourself out, and you grab a torch. What do you want to do?
Get onto that level.
Okay, so yeah, that's the remainder of your movement as you're like climbing the inlays where wine bottles are, right? You like use them as handholds and you climb up.
That's all I want.
Okay.
You have bardic inspiration.
Xander, you are up.
How long has it been since I cast Longstrider on myself?
I'd say you'd have it for this fight. I mean, you're pretty close. It's about an hour, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take you an hour to navigate the rest of the house.
Okay. And so it's a concentration for the bonfire, and that's still going.
Yep.
Is it creating a lot of steam and blocking eyesight?
Not enough to block eyesight, but it's definitely boiling the leg stems of this thing.
Okay. Then I'm going to follow my party members around because,
Okay.
you know, why not?
Yep, so 10, 20, 30 to get out of there, and you got 35. I'll give you to the next square just because.
And I'll go ahead and I'll dash.
Okay.
So
35 to the next square, and then another 35. So.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Okay. This shambling mound. Oh, Elsa, no, you're up. In the shambling mound.
Oh, I am. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, you reach the ladder. You see that at the end of this thing is this big, giant, iron framed, like almost like porthole with a big, heavy wooden door that you would think barred, but it's wide open. And you hear from up the stairs what sounds like a horse's neighing and this big kind of like tumble, which you think is probably the giant 2x4 that was barring that door. You want to go up the ladder?
Uh-huh.
All right, so the ladder up, it's 40 feet, and your climbing speed's probably 20, so it's gonna take you a couple of turns.
Okay.
So you start getting going on this one. The shambling mound rolls through the water this way, and is going to basically reach out its like long tendrily arms and grab at you. It attempts to grapple you, so give me a strength check.
11.
Its hands grab at you as you're like running through here, and it trips you, it slams you to the ground. You're gonna take 1 damage as your chin just bounces off this concrete, and it pulls you down into the water towards it. The zombies begin to like wake up.
I knew I should grab Lodi and just ran.
Lodi, you are up. You see your friend who ran past you, and you're like, oh shoot, I'm getting left behind. They'll all of a sudden get tripped up by these meaty, like elongated arms, slam into the ground, and then get dragged off, and you just lose him as he just gets dragged and pulled to the water.
Can Monster Hide set on fire?
Sure. Well, so this monster hide that you have is specifically the other pieces of that liquor you took.
Or can I take a piece of my tunic, set it on fire, and shoot it with my crossbow at the...
Sure, if you want to like basically start tearing up your tunic. Do you have any other clothes that you can go through?
Nope, chainmail shirt, and then just the clothes I have on.
So you rip a big chunk of your Zach Hot Magic.
Ancient.
Yep.
it was
So
ugly anyway.
give me that. So you're gonna lose your +1. So before you even shoot it, you like take it off and you wrap it around a bolt on your crossbow. And this is like really ugly looking, right? Like you've got probably 1.5 inches of bolts sticking out of your crossbow, and you just tear this big streak of this off there and thread it. And as soon as you light it, this thing burns like magnesium and just immediately catches fire. And you're like, oh, this is probably good to learn. And it just takes off, and it's like this big, bright, obnoxious like thing on the end of your crossbow, and you just kind of point it, and it fires off and hits the shambling mound and just explodes into its chest, which causes him to drop you as you're in the water. Roll damage, it's gonna be, give me 6d6.
Whoa!
Your tunic is now gone though. So it's completely engulfed in flames, and all the sinew and muscle and like plasma that leaks and holds these bones together is now solidly on fire and just erupting. And it's like dropping pieces of flaming flesh off onto the water down below it. It's just raining pieces of flaming flesh all across you as you're kind of like tucked up and under on this thing. And it lets out just the most nasty screech. You're already in the room. You hear this horrifying, high-pitched yell. You two give me a fear check.
Roll.
13.
That's fine.
You're not afraid. you are afraid of this thing now as it's doing it. So next turn you can try and break your fear, but as of right now, that screech caused you to just kind of be rattled. Xander, you are up. You're currently prone. You're at the base of this thing.
I'm going to try to get back up onto the ledge.
Okay, so half your movement to kind of get yourself out of the water, and then you're gonna try and start climbing up the wine bottles in this wine cellar. Give me an acrobatics check, just because you're slippery, wet, bloody.
14.
Yeah, so you navigate that, and you get back up and kind of just pull yourself back up onto this shelf, but your movement's shot.
So that's the end of my movement?
That's your movement, you still have your action.
Is it an action if I wanted to grab Lodi and drag them along?
With consent.
I'll give you half of your movement and to grab her at the same thing, because you're going to need a dash to go get her. And so I'll say it's half an action to grab her and half an action to get to her.
Okay.
So you run over there. You see her like cowering and kind of like holding her ears as this thing screams, and you just basically barrel grab this little kobold and tuck it up. Elsa, climb it up.
But I'm gonna look down, like behind me, because I thought they were following me.
The room like became incredibly bright for a second. You hear the screech. You look down behind you, and you see him like running back to grab the kobold.
Okay. So I know something's wrong. I'm not gonna keep going without them.
You slide down the ladder for free.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna attempt to cast Vicious Mockery.
So you run back into the room.
Yep.
10 feet, you see this thing, and you're gonna viciously mock. It's a peril.
I'm gonna yell a string of insults, laced with subtle enchantments.
You're like, I don't think you're atomically correct. In fact, I'm not really even sure how this works. A lot of these bones seem like they're out of place.
You're not real. This isn't real.
Nope. All right, what's it?
It is a wisdom.
1 on the die.
All right. It's gonna take maybe. We'll see. I don't know if it's immune to psychic damage.
It's not.
1d4 psychic damage and has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of this next turn.
All right.
3.
Okay. It rolls over through the water, but this flaming magnesium-ish shirt seems to not be extinguished by the water that it's in, and so it's still burning. Give me 2d6 of fire damage.
10.
Yeah, so it's still taking damage. Parts of its flesh and bones are starting to fall apart. It looks about half as dense as it once was, and it begins to swipe at both of you guys. So it's got disadvantage on its attack rolls?
Yes. Oh, and I forgot my attack modifier.
So the first swing goes wide overhead as you kind of are already ducked to grab the kobold, and you're just kind of cowering over her to just kind of make sure she's okay. The second swing, double 16s plus 4, is going to hit you for 10. Is 12 enough to hit you?
No.
And so the third swing goes by and just narrowly misses you as like piece of burning flesh are falling all around you as this thing is just kind of clawing the walls trying to get at you, and it lets out another blood-curdling scream. Lodi, make a fear check. You get above a 12, you're no longer afraid.
An 11.
You're still...
Can I give her my inspiration?
You can, yeah. Roll again. This would be plus your Constitution modifier if you have anything.
Oh.
Or no, I think Wisdom. I'm sorry. It'd be plus your Wisdom modifier if you have anything.
Oh, well, yeah, it was a 14.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah. So you kind of get your bearings and you're like, I'm good. And you kind of like tap the dwarf and you're like, let's go. Let's get out of here. All right. What do you want to do? He's currently carrying you. You can like jump out of his arms, or you can load the crossbow and fire from the carried position.
Yes.
Okay.
Even better.
So I will say that you used half of your Zach Hot magic tunic. You can do one more shot with it if you want to like use the rest of it on this thing. But either way, you're not gonna be able to wear it again.
Do they have tunics?
They have tunics, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
You can have my tunic.
I
think it's ugly.
Hand me your +1 tunic. Take the +1 off your AC.
Done.
That is not my color.
Clearly, +1's not your color.
Clearly.
All right. The hot magic monster preserve you find is definitely not fire retardant. In fact, it is very, very flammable. You light it up again, and it like blinds you again, and you just kind of point this thing in the right direction, and sure enough, it hits. Give me another 66 of fire damage.
You light it up again.
So good.
You again, and you just kind of point the thing in the right direction, and you turn up the hits. Give me another 66 of fire damage.
It's 22.
This thing is just igniting and blowing apart, leaking all over the place. It's barely able to hold its kind of congealed self together. What bones remain now are kind of like floating in a viscous jelly, just basically holding onto its form. Xander.
I still have her.
Yep.
I'm gonna disengage
Okay.
and then use all 35 feet of movement.
Yep.
Straight toward the ladder.
Go ahead. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Well, back to 35.
35.
Okay. Elsa.
Yeah, they're gonna run right by me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna be turn right on their heels.
Yep. You run and you want to go up, start climbing up the ladder. This shambling mound again arches its back, summons what little bones it has again, and fires these projectile sharpened ribs as you've already moved past on your turn towards the dwarf who's like running across the room. Give me a dex save. Dex save -2 because you're holding a cobalt. I won't give you disadvantage. I'll just do a flat.
Is he still
-2.
mockered?
I don't know if he's not mockered anymore.
0.
Hey,
You are gonna take 10 points of damage.
didn't I give somebody bardic inspiration? No? Would you like to have my inspiration?
Sure.
Okay.
It's gonna be the difference between 10 or 4 here.
Can I give him bardic inspiration?
Not now.
Why not?
16 plus. what
Yes.
was it? Okay.
So you just take a couple of pieces of rib that get shot into you for 4 damage. How's your HP?
It's at 4.
Oh.
That helped.
Yep. As Lodi kind of jumps off of you and you all start scurrying up the ladder. As you get to the top of the ladder, do you want to close this big heavy door?
Yes.
Okay, you slam the door closed. You look around the stables as you're just kind of piecing yourself together. You hear the screeches and screams of this thing below you, but it is incredibly muffled behind this huge, like, iron and wooden reinforced door.
What kind of a ladder? Was it a wooden ladder?
Yes,
How was it attached?
to the wall, like bolted in.
Oh, it was bolted? Okay. We should have set that on fire too.
Light the whole place up.
Yeah.
I've got control. I've got
It's alright.
bonfire.
Next time.
As you get into the stables, everybody give me a perception check.
15.
14.
So you look around the stables. Aside from hay, the first thing you realize is that there are 2 rather large horses here, and an old kind of like I would say like resource cart or marketing cart. It's a big flat. It's got a like a covered wagon style. You think that it could fit a good amount of people. It's just got benches in there. It's probably used for storing cargo, making trips back and forth to town. But it's perfect for what you guys want. Not only could you have some people laying in there prone and probably make the travel easier, but you could fit a couple people in there and then 2 at the front to kind of lead the horses. And it's in a position to where all you really got to do is put the horses up on the, put them in barding and kind of back them up to this thing. You also see a beautiful silver mirror and what's it called? Like a lit makeup station or vanity, perfect. And in there there's just this beautiful setup to get ready, and you see the dress of the girl, or of the woman who was yelling at you from atop the stairs. You also see a wig holder and an open chest that is in pretty good condition that you think at one point probably had some sort of wardrobe in it. The doors to the stable are wide open. The bar that was on it has been thrown asunder. And as you look over, you see a couple of your party members that are peeking their head in the door. And they kind of square up with you and look at you guys, much worse for wear, and are like, we just saw some guy ride off on a black horse, maybe even a nightmare. The gate's open, and things are coming in, we gotta go. And so you guys start loading the horses up together. What'd you guys get perception-wise?
15.
I had a 14.
14. There's another green herb in here if you want it. I don't know if you got space for it. And everybody starts loading everybody onto the carts. You rush into the carts just as the place starts to intermittently start having more zombies in it. A couple people jump out of the cart, kill zombies to make sure the horses have a clean path, and you book it out onto the road. And from the road, you start heading off into the direction that seems most suitable as you just barely make out lights in the distance, and you start heading that way.
Would it have been possible to grab the dress and the wig?
Yeah, I'll say, well, so no, there's no wig, it was just a wig stand.
Well, the dress.
But yes, yeah, you grab the girl's dress, and we will say there, if you don't already have fine clothes, you might be able to do some fine clothes.
I also have a potion of healing.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna take this green herb.
Yeah, take it now.
Yeah, because I'm at 4.
Okay.
How's your health doing? Are you okay?
I'm at 11.
Okay, 11.
But I only have 15 to begin with.
Do you want this, and I can take this other one that was 44, and I'll use the other herb?
I mean, whatevs. I'm good with.
Here, you take that. I'm gonna take the red herb. Do you care if we use these? Just want to make sure that I'm not like commandeering just because I've got them.
Hey, this says where we are.
Does it?
This is an herb local to Barovia.
Yeah. Foreshadows.
I got a 1. I want my money back.
Well, I'm sorry.
It wasn't worth it.
Womp, womp.
Big. Oh, wet erase my.
And restored.
Remember these?
Wow, I didn't realize this was an and restored 2 slots.
The red and
Oh.
green? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Pretty gnarly.
I didn't get that.
Did not. Sorry. Hey, I cleared it with the party. You can read the card. That's good.
I've never even seen this before.
Really? You don't have an herbalism kit that tells you everything that
I
it does?
don't.
So you begin riding off this muddy trail,